Hello, everyone. This is Sergeant Gonzalo Duran, once again from Devil Dog USA. I'm the CEO, and I'm asking you for your help. 99% of all our programs and events is free to the community. We do this by having sponsorship that's at a sliding scale, and we ask for small donations from the community. So how can you help us? Well, one, you can go to our website, www.devildogUSAinc.org. Look at the articles, look at the events that we do, look at the pictures, and if you have it in your heart, go on our donation page and help us out. If you want, go to one of our events, see how the community helps us, see how we give ourselves and we support and we bring the community in one place to support the military, the veterans, and the community itself, and drop off a little cash to our donation boxes. And until I see you guys, as always, God bless America.
Check the Real G Spotlight magazine. It's out every monthly issue, and you can get that at www.madcloud.com. Again, you get that at www.madcloud.com. It's called the Real G Spotlight magazine. If you wanted to be on that, you can contact me on my Instagram at officialverog.
Hey, what's up, man? It's your girl Vero G right now, and tune into our Vero G Spotlight TV radio podcast. Available at Apple Music, iTunes, all the places you could think of, they're all available at those places. So go check it out. We have a lot of great interviews from various artists to mainstream artists and all that said and done. You can definitely check us out. You can find me on my Instagram at officialverog and check out the website at WhosNextNYCRadio.com. And also, if you want to submit your music or, be a guest on our show, you could go to the email at WhosNextNYC@gmail.com. Also, the website where you could also submit if you'd like to play your music on our show and also be on our show for an interview. So definitely go check it out. Again, for the Real G Spotlight TV radio show also, and support this amazing platform. Thank you so much. Take care.
The following is not sponsored or endorsed by Gonzalo Duran. New Yorkers sure have been through a lot over the past few years, but through crisis comes hope, leadership, and heroes. Today we honor those heroes who were there for us when we needed them the most. One such hero is a decorated veteran who tirelessly fights for his country, city, and community. Sergeant Gonzalo Duran. A Marine's commitment never ends. Let's elect someone who will defend and honor all New Yorkers and put America first. Today begins New York's comeback story. Let's elect someone that will bring true leadership, who has served his country, city, and community for over 20 years. And that person is Gonzalo Duran. Let's elect him to Congress, New York District 15 in 2024. For more information about Gonzalo Duran and his campaign, please visit his website at www.gonzaloduran.nyc. That's www.gonzaloduran.nyc. This ad is brought to you by Friends to Elect Gonzalo Duran for U.S. Congress and are not sponsored or endorsed by Gonzalo Duran or his committee.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sergeant Gonzalo Duran, and this is Vet Talk. First, I'd like to begin by thanking our executive producers, JM Empire Media and Vero G Productions, for making our 6th season the best one. Also to our sponsors, like for example, Fashion Has Hearts, or Has Hearts. It's a veteran-based organization in Michigan that puts art and veterans together to make fashion. For example, this shirt right here is an example of one of their projects to help bring awareness to the burn pits in Iraq and Afghanistan. If you want more information on them, check out their website, www.hasheart.us. Let them know that I sent you. Now, today's episode, our honored guest is Daniel Gentile from NPower. Daniel, thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much for having me, Gonzalo. I really appreciate it.
Daniel, would you tell the audience a little bit about NPower?
Yes, of course, of course. So NPower, I'm specifically coming from NPower Team New Jersey, but I'm the veteran recruiter and veteran spouse recruiter for the company, or for Team New Jersey. NPower itself, we're a free workforce development program. We service underprivileged and underserved young adults, specifically between the ages of 18 to 26. But what my specific job is, I'm the veteran spouse recruiter. So you can be any age, and you can come any age as long as you have a discharge from the military that's not dishonorable. So you can come through our program. The main thing that we offer, or what I'm promoting today, is our Tech Fundamentals program, specifically the one ran in Newark, New Jersey. Don't worry though, guys, it's going to be a completely virtual program. It runs about 16 weeks. And over those 16 weeks, you're going to have the opportunity to earn up to 4 free tech certifications: your CompTIA A+, your CompTIA ITF+, your Google Project Management, and your Google IT certificate, as well as professional development. And more importantly, and I think the most important thing, is actually job placement. So around week 10 of 16, we're going to have a dedicated team of employee engagement managers that are going to be marketing your resume out to our partnership companies. We're partnered with about 30 to 35 Fortune 500 companies like Citibank, TD Bank, and even Boeing, who are looking to hire our candidates and the alumni from our program, but even more specifically, veterans from the metro area. They're in very high demand, especially of the tech certifications, and it's a better start for the veterans of today.
So I want to break up a couple of things that you mentioned. In the beginning, I know you said, it sounded like you said veterans and spouse.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the opportunity for veterans and their spouses to participate?
Yes, that's correct. So again, there's no age requirement. The only age requirement is if you are not in the military. But if you are a veteran and you have a spouse that is interested in tech, by all means, they can come apply and be part of the program we have.
And now these programs that you mentioned, now for the average person that may not know a lot of these tech savvy words, these programs are like certifications in different programs, so you can be operational. Let's say the A1 you mentioned?
The A+, yes.
A+.
Yes.
What exactly does that mean?
So the A+ and the ITF+ are going to be the real meat and potatoes of what we're teaching in the program, right? That's the key instructional piece. Now, what that basically says is when an employer looks at your resume, they can see like, oh, you're from NPower, that's great. What'd you get from it? Okay, you're A+. That's going to be the main certification that you need to get hired pretty much anywhere in the IT tech world. And to bring up something that you mentioned about the experience, we ask no experience needed. We just ask that you have an interest in the IT tech realm. You will be going over some pretty strenuous material. A big promotion point that I like to highlight throughout my recruitment process is what we're giving you here at the Tech Fundamentals program through NPower is we're giving you the education in a quarter of the time and at free cost, right? And if you go to your traditional university, now whatever floats your boat, but if you go to a traditional university, it's going to take you anywhere from 2 to 4 years to get the same level of education that we're giving out in 4 months. And in a traditional university, I think you and I both know how expensive that can get, right?
Right.
We're doing it at no cost, right? The only obligation that you have to come in person is going to be once a month, and even then, we're going to be covering your travel costs. If you hop on the train, hop on the bus, if you call an Uber, we're going to be covering those costs for you because we want to make it as affordable and as welcoming as possible for any person that comes into the program, especially our veterans.
Now, for let's say a veteran coming out who may have been in the intelligence field or something like that, I'm assuming there's always a transition. Like, let's say you're a truck operator or mechanic in the veteran community and military. When you come out, you have to get recertified in the civilian sector.
Yes.
Now, I'm assuming that some of that could translate as well for the certification that you're offering.
Yes, so bigger picture stuff, right? Something that's actually beyond our tech fundamentals. So just use your example. Let's say you're coming in from the Intel field. You're an Intel specialist, Intel officer, whatever you might be. You might have already some of these tech certifications that we offer, which is no worries. We have more, right? So we actually offer these advanced certifications. We offer cybersecurity and cloud computing. Those are our advanced courses that we offer here at NPower. So let's say you're coming in, you're like, hey, Mr. Gentile, I have my A+, ITF+, whatever it might be. Absolutely perfect. We have more for you, right? We'll put you right into the recruiter, right in contact with the advanced placement recruiter. It will get you into an advanced course. And in the advanced courses, it's the same concept, right? You go through their program, you'll be linked up with their employee engagement managers, and before you know it, you're going to have a well-paying job within 4 months.
So from coming out, whether you have experience or not, if you're a veteran or a youth, you have an opportunity to get these incredible services at a short time period, but also alleviating you from a large amount of debt that could possibly build up and help with job placement.
Yes, of course.
What more can you ask for right there?
Nothing else. It's a total package, and honestly, that could be one of the pain points for us, is that it almost does sound too good to be true, but it's not. We have everything right there wrapped up neat for you. The only caveat to this program, though, is we need your hard work and dedication, right? Classes do run at 2 time slots, so that's going to be either your 9 to 1 or 2 to 6 time frame for the tech fundamentals. So as long as you can fit that into your schedule, now you can still work at outside the program, but as long as that class schedule can fit for you, you'll be a shoo-in for the program, and you'll quite literally change your life within 4 months.
So if you ease off on the World of Warcraft for a little bit,
yes,
and focus on your education, there shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, give up 4 hours of TikTok scrolling or whatever it may be, and before you know it, you're going to have a kick-ass job in the tech field.
I've noticed a lot of veterans coming out, they want to go to school or they want to get part-time jobs.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great supplement to get that, long-term career goals that they
Yes.
want to get. So I see that as a beautiful option and everything like that. Now, just to reiterate a little bit more pinpoint, now the classes are online. Are they done in like, say, schoolhouses or buildings?
So no, all classes, or we like to follow a mostly virtual model. So what that means is classes will be held on Zoom, right, in that 9 to 1 or 2 to 6 time frame, all from the comfort of your own home, right? So now we ask that you don't be laid up in pajamas, right? Maybe eating your breakfast, but again, you will be in the comfort of your own home in a very comfortable learning environment, and that's something that we really want to stress, is that again, the trainees come first in this situation. If you don't have tech will be afforded, and the only in-person obligation that we have is that in-person professional development piece. That only comes once a month, though. So we actually have one coming up next week for the cohort that's currently in session right now. And when you go there, I would like to call it more of a social call than anything else. You'll be learning the important professional development needs, like interviewing skills. We hold mock interviews, and I'm one of the mock interviewers there. Now we also offer free professional headshots taking, and most importantly, you get to have that networking aspect. As a whole, networks, I want to say biggest asset is its networking ability, right? We're partnered with so many people that we can put you in any avenue you want within the IT tech realm. You just have to make it known to us, and we'll do pretty much all the legwork for you.
Now, the tech part, let's say you mentioned if you need tech, that you can help provide it?
Yes, of course. So
what exactly does that mean?
So we provide we provide internet hotspots, laptops. If you need a webcam, we'll get you a webcam. Just last cohort, there was someone that was like, I don't have anything. I just know I'm interested in this. And and we hooked them up with all that, right? So we gave them the laptop. You do have to return it, though, at the end. That is a big thing. Return a laptop given to you, mouse, keyboard, camera, whatever it may be. We're going to help. We're going to give you the tools to succeed. But again, the only caveat is we just need that hard work from you. We just need that 4 hours a week, or the 4 hours a day from you, and that's it.
Okay, so the 4 hours a day, 20 hours per week,
Mm-hmm.
and then one travel or one trip or road trip. That's what I would look at it.
Yeah.
To Newark, New Jersey.
Yes.
Which you guys will cover as well.
Yes. So we're going to cover all that.
All right. So
I think I have you sold.
Sign
That's
me out.
it.
You have me at hello, basically.
That's it.
So now, if somebody wants to reach out, how would they go about?
So that's a perfect question. So you can you're going to apply, right, at NPower.org. You can do NPower.org/apply. But most importantly, when you go to our website, you're going to go to apply, and you're going to click Tech Fundamentals. And if you're a veteran, make sure you're applying to the Newark, New Jersey office. Newark, New Jersey currently is the only office in the tri-state or metro area that is going to be servicing veterans, and you'll be put in touch with me directly. I'm Daniel Gentile, so my email is going to be daniel.gentile@npower.org if you have any further questions. But to start this process, or at least start that line of communication, you do have to apply through the website first.
And the website?
The website is npower.org.
And then I only get the information on what's the course for curriculum, the time frame where it's going to start. Is there anything else they can see there that might come up?
So yeah, as soon as you click on apply, it's going to be a drop-down menu. It's going to show tech fundamentals. Make sure you click on that one. And it's going to give you a brief overview. So the actual class times and more specifics of the class, like more into like the curriculum itself, that's going to be covered during the first interview. The first interview is going to be me always, right? I'm that initial. It's a general, professional, and technical interview. We're just, hit baseline technical stuff, general passions. Are you passionate within the industry itself? And the whole beginning of that interview is me just being like, hey, this is what our program's about. Pretty much what I told you, just a little bit more in depth, kind of like the nooks and crannies of what the program is going to be about. But in terms of wave tops, what I said is what we're going to offer.
Okay, and now you're recruiting to try to get more individuals, veterans, to join the program.
Yes. Now, while I love to service the young adult community, my breadth of responsibility within, I would say my billet or my job is to get more veterans in the program.
And if a youth did come to you, you direct them towards where they need to go.
Yeah. So if they come to me, if they email me, I'll explain I'll give them a call. Right. I'm very open, just communicating very plain text with my veterans out there. I'll give you a phone call, I'll FaceTime, whatever type of communication you need, and to show them where they need to go.
So right now you would be recruiting for which season?
So right now we're heading into our spring cohort. Recruitment just started about 2 days ago, or I'm going to say on Monday. So that cohort is going to start on February 5th, 2024, and that's going to run till about June.
And when's the cutoff for this?
I'm going to call it at February 1st. February 1st.
So you have till now, till February 1st, to get in touch with this man and get these programs set up. Because, once again, I'm waiting for this interview to be over to start signing up.
Yeah, I'll sign you up right away, man. Of course. I will say though that applying sooner than later will definitely be good. So right now, before we even started recruiting, because we do accept rolling applications, we started this recruitment season with 80 active applications. Now that doesn't mean all 80 are going to be accepted into the program, but sooner than later is definitely going to be the most successful path for this class.
Right. And now with the numbers that you've seen, percentage-wise, what would be I don't want to say a disqualifying factor, but what are you specifically looking for? You already know it's a veteran, somebody who maybe is looking to the tech industry, looking for a job in a career. Is there any other specific things that you might want to look for? So,
genuinely, everything I said is what we're looking for. So more specifically, 18 to 26, as 18 to 26 years old as a young adult, right? And if you're a veteran, I need to see anything except dishonorable discharge, right? But we mainly are just looking for someone with an interest. We don't need experience required, right? That's what we pride ourselves on. We're going to get you to that high baseline, right? We're going to get you to that level of excellence that our employers are looking for. That's the portion that we're going to cover. The thing we need from you or the individual, we need that passion, right? We need that wanting to be in tech, to be in the IT realm, and our main mission is to get you just in the front door. Wherever you go in the house is up to you, but we're just trying to get you in the front door of tech.
That's beautiful. Now, I think we've covered pretty much everything we can talk about regarding NPower and the work and trying to recruit people.
Yes.
Now, I know your background a little bit. You've been working, you're also a Marine,
yes.
Current active duty reservist?
Reservist, yes, drilling
Marine,
reservist.
Drilling reservist. How's been your transition from the military back into the civilian world?
So, it's been tricky, but definitely doable. I know my active counterpart, brothers and sisters, definitely have a harder time considering. But I was lucky enough to be a New York City born and bred. Also, my unit was in New York City. Big shout out to 225 Marines, right? We were originally in Long Island. Our base has moved since then. So the transition's been tricky, but all right. I myself, I'm getting out next month, but they've been nothing but supportive throughout this transition. I actually found myself at NPower because of a 225 vet. Put me in touch with the company itself. He's actually working in there. Another shout out to Serge. He was a great mentor, an even better Marine. So yeah, it's been a tricky transition, but it's getting there.
Well, now, I mean, and this is a perfect example, and thank you for speaking regarding your transition now and where you are right now. Because, you know, once again, a lot of veterans may have difficulties. A lot of, you know, I like to be more proactive and talk to the ones that I maybe had a little bit difficulties but are doing great now, but also share what they had that may have been a problem during their times. You know, I myself had problems with employment and homelessness when I got out, active duty, but it only took me a short time. And then, you know, scroll back or push back 10 years later, you know, I'm now the executive officer for a nonprofit, you know, doing talk show hosts and stuff like that. So once again, thank you so much for sharing that.
I appreciate that.
Now, transitioning, you know, with the military and your civilian life, now being the recruitment, what have you seen with the veteran community coming in? Like, I mean, I'm sure you're speaking to them directly,
Yes.
giving you stories, and, you know, how's that been, that transition?
So that transition, it's been interesting, and honestly, it motivates me to do my job every day. You know, my favorite individuals to speak with are like, hey, I just got off active duty, and I'll kind of get in the weeds of this, so please pull it back if I do, but the biggest thing that I like about NPower is that we are shattering glass ceilings that we have for veterans, and we're making people step away from the status quo. Now, you know, as a Marine or anyone in the service, when you get out of the service, you know, you're immediately thinking of, okay, you know, especially if you're in the infantry, all right, I'm going to get a blue-collar job, right? I'll be a construction worker, cop, fireman, excavation, whatever it may be, right? And while there's nothing wrong with that, that's just veterans falling into the status quo. And, you know, they're looking at themselves as nothing but, you know, the usable object on the end of a tool. If that's your passion, so be it. But I'm in the business of breaking that glass ceiling for veterans. I want veterans to understand that, you know, just because, you know, you were in the military, maybe you did have that combat role job, or maybe if you're an admin guy, there's more things out there for you. And a lot of my favorite thing is veterans being like, hey, you know, I don't think I have it in me, right? I don't know, I'm scared to do it, right? A lot of people are scared to make that transition to a whole new life. And I love helping them out with that. I love seeing that it click for them about halfway through the cohort. It's like, wait, I'm more than what I was supposed to be, right? I found myself in the role. I was doing blue-collar jobs forever, right? The construction, I was a clamor at one point, right? Doing these really dirty jobs. But I was too scared to get into that, you know, that white-collar lifestyle or that white-collar job. But all it took was a little push, and then after NPower, you know, everything's changed.
You know, I can see someone, you know, going to school using the GI Bill in the tech industry, and then getting, at the same time, getting your program, and then using both simultaneously to get that higher level career. Because leaving the military, let's say, at 8 or 10, 20 years, you know, you are expected to have a certain level of position and income, and then transitioning to something where they may not be comfortable. But the tech industry right there, you're assuming that's going to put you at a higher level. Without
a doubt. So I can actually give some hard numbers right now, and this is all available via our website. So the starting salary for our NPower graduates, you know, I would say on average within this metro area, again, we're in Manhattan, Newark, or any of the metro areas, you're looking to start at 55 to about 60,000, and that's just a start. And one thing I know about veterans is we hate staying stagnant. We hate staying in the same place at once. So by no means, as soon as you get that, you know, that new tech job, there's no reason you shouldn't be getting promotion within 3 to 6 months. And that's just being a veteran and, you know, having that really driven mentality.
Yeah, and I can see somebody with a degree, maybe with a clearance, or maybe with some background already in it, now getting the civilian education in it with the NPower, can easily walk into a little bit higher than that.
Yeah, I see no reason. Obviously, that's going to be most likely a case-by-case basis. But you know, if you have that civilian education behind you, that's always a good negotiating point. You know, one thing I can recommend for anyone listening, or you know, always negotiate your salary, no matter where you get hired from. But yeah, these are definitely good talking points that you can have with your hiring manager at whatever company you get. The one thing I will say though is that if you are in college currently, I kind of break it down to common sense, and it's up to the individual. But even if you're using your benefits, you're using up a limited source of money, right, to fund your education, while you can be in the NPower program for, again, a quarter of the time at no cost. So that's why I always leave it up, because it could get a little cloudy there if you're in college and doing NPower. What I always say, if it's for free, it's for me, right? So that I'm going to go with that option. But again, to each his own, whatever you want to do with.
You know, and the fact that, you know, you guys are making this so available online, you know, makes, there shouldn't be, you know, I can see a couple months ago or years, you know, with the pandemic going on, people may not want to travel or be in such a indoor facility like that. Right there, you already wiped that issue out the gate. Now, do you have any stories for any individuals that may have passed that you look back on? I'm sure there's tons of success stories.
You mean like testaments from the program itself?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Now, I need permission to use his name on here, but I won't use his name. Okay. But it was my first cohort, and this gentleman was a Navy vet, right? He, throughout the program, he, you know, suffered a lot of personal issues, right? And again, I'm not going to go too much on that. And he ended up finishing the program as the top veteran trainee that we have for that cohort. And he has a fantastic job, I want to say, in Citibank now, at a higher level. So these are very real stories, and you know, there's a million testaments I can use, because again, I always consider our veteran trainees cream of the crop. You know, and maybe that's just me expecting more from our veterans, but I know their potential and I know how high they can go. But yeah, there's a million testaments I can go over. It's people coming from very sometimes unfortunate backgrounds or underserved, underprivileged backgrounds, and being a veteran, and they just pull themselves up, especially through our program. And before you know it, they're going to be tech managers, you know, whatever it may be in their own personal journey. But without a doubt, it's going to be a success.
Now, as the recruitment representative, I'm sure you've been jumping around to different organizations, locations that you've been. Do you have any that you may want to be working with, some that you have worked with that you've been, you know, happy to be with? Do you have an example?
I don't have a specific one in mind. The one I do have in mind right now that I've worked with in the past and I've had an absolute great time is Devil Dog, though I do appreciate all those times that we were able to work together. But in terms of a specific one I would love to work with, nothing specific, but something I definitely would like to is being able to outreach and be on bases more, right? On more military bases, or talk to their personnel officers, their family readiness officers. Because I think resource awareness is a kind of a problem that's plaguing the veteran community. I find out about 90% of my veteran benefits through other Marines that I work with, through other service members, like, hey, you hear this? And it's like, no, I haven't, right? And some of these are very pertinent to the veteran community, right? So I feel like the resource awareness is a big thing for me. And, you know, instead of working for the company specifically, it's, you know, getting that public-facing time with the, you know, with boots on the ground, right? Going to our soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen, right? And being like, hey, this is what we have available for you.
You know, in the back of my head when I asked that question, you know, in my mind I was thinking about the nonprofit world. Let's see, the VAs, the vet centers, maybe the colleges, etc. Never crossed my mind to just go into the military bases. Yeah. You know, that would be a great program to have at the TAPS. I don't know what the other branches call it, but, you know, for the Marines, you know, 1 year before we get out, we go through, I think it's a 2 to 4 week class where they tell us everything that we should be expecting when we're getting out. Having, you know, you get the Labor Department and you get local organizations. I think NPower would be perfect right there.
So it's actually funny you say that. We actually, in some military bases, and this is not all of them, we actually offer a skill bridge program, very similar to TAPS, where they're going to put you in a, instead of doing TAPS, right, they'll throw you into the skill bridge class, and they're going to be teaching you tech while you're still active duty. So you're getting paid doing it, you're getting a new certification, and you're getting job placement in the end. Now, if that doesn't interest you, to each his own. But I think that's something that people can look forward to. And again, that's more for the advanced placement one. That's for cybersecurity. But I do agree that, you know, if it's TAPS or whatever your service provides, us getting in there and showing what we have at the end of the day, even if vets go with NPower, if our servicemen and women go with NPower or not, I just want them to know that we are here for them, they're serviced. And even if they don't want to go with us, I'll be happy to show you to another avenue, right, to another avenue of approach. We're all in the same patrol together called life, and I want to emphasize that the most, is that we're all there for each other.
Thank you for saying that, Daniel. I appreciate that. Now, once again, you know, for the viewers out there, the veterans and organizations that would love to work, how would they get in touch with you?
So the best way to get in touch with me is first, please go to the NPower webpage. Again, that is npower.org, NPower.org. Go to apply. If you're a veteran, please go ahead and apply for the Tech Fundamentals in the Newark office. If you're a young adult, you will fall under the New York City if you're a New York City resident. But if you're listening from New Jersey, for whatever reason, and you're a young adult and you're interested, do the same thing, but go to the Newark office. And for any questions, concerns, comments, tell me you like my hair, whatever it may be, it's going to be Daniel, Daniel, .GENTILE at NPower, NPower.org. It's a mouthful, but spelled it out for you.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Now, for the viewers out there, if you are an individual or an organization dedicated to helping veterans, and you have a resource that you'd like to get on and be on Vet Talk, please feel free to reach out at ceo@devildogusainc.org, or if you'd like to check out our website, www.devildogusainc.org. As always, God bless America.
The following is not sponsored or endorsed by Gonzalo Duran. New Yorkers sure have been through a lot over the past few years, but through crisis comes hope, leadership, and heroes. Today we honor those heroes who were there for us when we needed them the most. One such hero is a decorated veteran who tirelessly fights for his country, city, and community. Sergeant Gonzalo Duran. A Marine's commitment never ends. Let's elect someone who will defend and honor all New Yorkers and put America first. Today begins New York's comeback story. Let's elect someone that will bring true leadership, who has served his country, city, and community for over 20 years. And that person is Gonzalo Duran. Let's elect him to Congress, New York District 15 in 2024. For more information about Gonzalo Duran and his campaign, please visit his website at www.gonzaloduran.nyc. That's www.gonzaloduran.nyc. This ad is brought to you by Friends to Elect Gonzalo Duran for U.S. Congress, and are not sponsored or endorsed by Gonzalo Duran or his committee.